Welcome to Siafunda Grade 11 program once more. Today I want us to look at the overview of the Grade 11 syllabus. Remember, Grade 11 is preparing for Grade 12, and at Grade 12 you will be exempt over 10 main chapters altogether. There will be 6 for paper 1 and 4 for paper 2. But in Grade 11 you only have 5 for paper 1 and 4 for paper 2. There is one topic that you don't do at Grade 11 level. For paper 1, I said overall, both Grade 11 and 12, there will be 6. But for Grade 11, there's one that you don't do. I'll mention it as we go to it. For paper 2, you will only have about 4 chapters. You do all of them in Grade 11. Let's look at these main topics. The first one in Grade 11 is a topic we refer to it as Algebra, which I want us to look at today. In today's lessons, we'll be focusing on algebra. However, we know that there are other topics in Grade 11 that we must understand. Topics like number patterns, number 3, after number patterns, you'll be required to understand your functions. Number 4, after functions, it's a topic called the maths of finance, financial maths. Financial math. Number 5, it will be your probability. And lastly, your calculus. Remember, this topic you don't do at Grade 11. It's not part of Grade 11 work. You only do this topic at Grade 12. But the 5 of these chapters you need to do and understand them at this level, at Grade 11 level. If you look at paper 2, we said there are only 4. The first one is data handling or statistics. The second one is analytical geometry or coordinate geometry. The third one is trigonometry. And the last one, we'll refer to it as the Euclidean geometry. Remember, the Euclidean geometry used to be paper 3. Now it comes under paper 2, Euclidean geometry. Right, these are the main topics that we need to understand at Grade 11 level. Remember that each and every chapter have got its own subtopics. As I said today, I want us to look at the topic algebra. This is a very big topic. It has between 20 to 25 marks in our examinations. So we must grab all these marks with all that we can. Remember, number patterns also subdivided into 3 parts, this one into 5, and so on and so forth. So when we look at algebra today, we must know that it is subdivided into 7, in fact, into 7 subtopics that we must understand so that we said we are okay with algebra. What are those subtopics? The first topic that I want to talk about is called factorization. That's the main topic that we must understand when we talk of algebra in Grade 11, factorization. And it is important to note that we've got different types of factorization. The first one is like when you take out a common factor. The second one, when you've given a trinomial, you've got to factorize. Maybe you have to apply grouping if you're given maybe four terms. You've got to apply grouping there, it's factorization. But at times you'll try and factorize and you don't get factors. What is it that we use there? We use what we call a quadratic formula. That's another subtopic that I wanted to talk about. After we've done factorization, we'll be moving on to quadratic formula. The formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. That's the quadratic formula. Number 3. The third subtopic that I would want us to talk about is the topic called inequalities. I think it is important to note that in this subsection, algebra, we are trying to put everything in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Then we factorize. So this becomes important. Remember, algebra, ax squared plus bx plus c. That's a standard position. It should standard form. It should be in that form. So in other words, before I factorize, I must try and put my trinomial in that form, if it is the trinomial. Remember, the quadratic formula says x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Where do I get this b, this a, this c, and this a? It should be in the standard position first. So whatever value that we have there, instead of the coefficient of x squared will be your a, the coefficient of x will be your b, and the constant term, c stands for the constant term, it will be your value of c. All that you need to do is to cut those values a there, you paste it at the appropriate position of a. Then you use a calculator to get the actual value of x. Remember that quadratics, x is to the power 2. Therefore, in most cases, you'll be getting 2 roots, 2 x values in this one. Let's move on. I said it's inequalities. That's why we use the signs like greater or equals to or less or equals to. That's what we'll be doing in today's lessons as well, inequalities. After inequalities, number 4, we'll be talking about simultaneous equations. This is where you solve for both x and y at the same time. Maybe p and z, whatever 2 variables that you need to solve there simultaneously. Simultaneous equations. We'll talk about simultaneous equations. Number 5, remember I said there are 7 subtopics altogether. We only have 4 now. After simultaneous equations, we can talk about exponents and sides. There's also another big section, exponents and sides. We'll do examples of each after this. Number 6, after exponents and sides, there's a topic called the nature of roots. The nature of roots. And last but not least, problem solving. All right, these are the subtopics after of the main topic, algebra. In paper 1, factorization, quadratic formula. You must be able to understand your inequalities, simultaneous equations, where you have 2 equations to solve for them, exponents and sides, the nature of roots. This is a new topic that is coming back strongly in the new syllabus. Problem solving. This is checking your problem solving skills. Right. I want us to go to the first, to each examples of these 7 subsections under our algebra. Thank you.